Today, we'll show you 10 TikToks that went way too far. Included are clips where TikTok users put themselves in impossible situations, videos that caused a wave of international outrage, and clips that are guaranteed to leave you shaking your head. Let's start with an extremely tasteless TikTok challenge that went way too far and caused a wave of outrage. On TikTok, macabre videos appeared again and again last year, in which young people pretended to be in heaven. Then they tell how they died in the cruel camps of the German Empire. They wear makeup that imitates burns and bruises, and sometimes even wear a Star of David to identify themselves as victims. In doing so, they reached millions of people around the world and caused a wave of outrage. Many saw these videos as an insult. And the head of the US Holocaust Museum also expressed her outrage at the new TikTok trend, saying that it would dishonor the memory of the victims, insult the survivors, and trivialize the history. TikTok also reacted and deleted a large number of the clips. We continue now with number 9, and a prank that completely backfired. TikTok user GrantRigatoni thought he spotted his best friend's car in the parking lot of a gas station. Because his buddy was apparently standing at the cash register, he spontaneously decided to play a prank on his friend. So, he secretly climbed into the back seat of the car to scare him afterwards. In the process, however, he made a crucial mistake. The car did not belong to his friend, but to a complete stranger. He had therefore lain down in the car of a stranger. Let's move on to number 8 and a TikTok challenge that uses absurd means to convey a certain body image to female users in particular. In the Headphone challenge, young girls use cable headphones to measure whether they are slim enough. To do this, they have to tie their headphone cables twice around their waist. If they can do that, they are thin enough and have passed, according to the initiators. There are countless videos on TikTok showing young girls in particular taking part in the questionable challenge. The Headphone challenge is just one of the many challenges on TikTok in which girls in particular are put under pressure with their appearance. The "Oh my god, show your waist" challenge, in which TikTok users are asked to stretch their clothes tightly around their bodies, also conveys a questionable ideal of beauty. Body positivity influencers repeatedly warn against such challenges and accuse the platform of exposing young users in particular to the danger of distorted body images. Let's continue with number 7 and a TikTok prank that went way too far. When user Marissa Cruz 96 was alone at home with her grandmother, the old lady asked her granddaughter to dye her hair. But instead of going for a subtle brown or blonde, the granddaughter opted for a striking blue. So she dyed her elderly grandma's hair blue and only later realized that she had resorted to permanent hair coloration. So the color could no longer be washed out. But instead of being ashamed of the action and apologizing to her grandma, she also made fun of her grandma on TikTok. For TikTok user Tori Zinkel 2, the ill-considered posting of one of her videos had a harsh aftermath. The US American posted a clip on the platform that showed her traveling on an airplane. Suddenly, smoke entered the cabin and the passengers became frightened. The TikToker woman described the clip as the craziest flight ever, and thus triggered extreme fear among her followers as well. The video went viral in no time and the teen received over 1,000 messages from concerned followers. A day later, Tori reported back, but this time she was very meek. She explained that she was fine and felt compelled to make a public statement. She clarified that the video was just a fake and apologized to the users. Nevertheless, the followers took the prank extremely badly and Tori has since deleted her account. It is well known that the Grinch likes to ruin Christmas for little children, but the clip that TikTok user Steve Penn posted online went much too far for many TikTok fans. The clip shows the Grinch dressed up as Santa Claus. Next to him sits a small, shy girl who has made herself especially pretty for her visit to Santa. For a joint photo, the Grinch gives the girl some instructions and orders that she should dutifully count to 3. Once he has the little girl's okay, he counts to 3. But instead of just taking the photo, as agreed, he pulls a lever that catapults the child to the ground. She lands softly on a pillow, but the little girl still doesn't seem to know what to make of the situation. Completely perplexed, she keeps looking back and forth between her parents and the Grinch. While some users celebrate the Grinch for the action, for other users, he went much too far. Let's move on to number 4 and 17-year-old Austrian TikToker Sarah Dodevska. She became famous 2 years ago with an inglorious video in which she can be seen in a fight. The video went viral and made the teenager a questionable internet celebrity. Meanwhile, the influencer has over 146,000 followers on TikTok, and that's exactly where she made a rash post in February. She wrote to a friend that she was on her way to Vienna and arranged to meet there at 4 p.m. at the famous Stephansplatz. Although it was all supposedly a joke, her followers took it quite seriously, and hundreds of fans flocked to downtown Vienna. There were riots, and the police even had to move in and check almost 180 people. Number 3, Abril Coles is a Spanish influencer. The 21-year-old has already launched her own fashion line, and more than 3.2 million people follow her on TikTok alone. Here, in addition to classic dance videos, she also repeatedly shows clips with her brother Marty, who has Down syndrome. The two obviously have a great relationship, and the influencer always incorporates her brother into her clips in a funny way. With one video, she went much too far for many users. In a clip, which she has since deleted again, she made fun of his sexuality. She even pulled Marty's pants open, made some suggestive gestures towards Marty, and then danced around in front of him as if she wanted to erect him. Even if it was all meant as a joke, the action caused extreme criticism among her fans. Abril Coles assured again and again that she did not want to make fun of her brother and that she always treats him respectfully. Just how far some TikTok users will go for a bit of attention is shown by the video that user Christian Hofstede posted online some time ago. On his account, the fisherman from Denmark repeatedly shows scenes from his everyday life on a fishing boat. It's clear that animal lovers probably have nothing to laugh about here, but Hofstede clearly took the cake for many users with one clip. He pulled a small ray out of the water, put it on the table, and began to tickle its belly. The fish contracted in panic and deformed its mouth. The whole thing looked as if the fish was laughing, and Hofstede was clearly having fun too. The video went viral in no time, but many TikTok users were outraged by his handling of the animal. They even called him an animal abuser and criticized that TikTok would allow such videos at all. The fisherman himself, however, was not very impressed and uploaded a similar video a few days later. And lastly, let's take a look at a TikTok by Jonathan Jolly, a British influencer who repeatedly gives his fans an insight into his family life. He now has over 1.9 million followers on TikTok alone, and his 4 children are the main focus of his clips. Initially, no one found fault with the family man, but for some time now, he has been posting videos showing his 7-year-old son Eduardo in a long-haired wig and girl's clothes. Jonathan Jolly affirms that this is explicitly his son's wish, and he supports Eduardo in all his choices. He wants his son to be able to develop the way that he wants, and in some videos, he even shows himself in pink tutus as well, to prove that clothes say nothing about the person who wears them. It's actually a pretty touching gesture, but for many users, Jolly goes way too far with it. They accuse him of forcing his son to wear clothes, declare publicly that he is a bad father, and even demand that he be deprived of custody. This negative resonance drove Jolly to make more videos with his son and set a sign against intolerance. Well, that's it for our video. Please let us know in the comments which TikTok clip you found particularly inappropriate, and if you can think of another video that would fit into this list. Otherwise, like this video if you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time, here at Wonderlane.